Rest in peace, Pops. As I'm saying those words, I can't believe I'm saying them, but it's the truth. And my brothers and I decided to record because that's what he would do. That's what he would want us to do.
An amazing husband, very loving father, very kind man.
Loved uncle, loved son, loved brother. Wilson, Manolo, Gonzalez, Alarcon.
We honor your death with this warrior song of a gladiator like you were.
You don't have to worry anymore, Pops.
I was having
Hi, Hooligans is Hooligans High. We went through a little rebrand, we went through a little turmoil, but it's okay. Because you got to keep the spirit strong, you got to keep focused on the mission, and you just got to go. And you got to take it day by day. And with strong will and strong focus, you get through the day. All right, so let's get the show started. How are you guys doing? I know it's such a heavy way to start the show, but let's just go around saying how you guys feel. I know, Kevin is he's my brother. We're both feeling it the same way, but I know Roger is also feeling it the same way too, and even the blood relation doesn't matter because it's just years invested and time and love invested with my father. So I know we're all feeling away right now. I just want to, maybe take a second to just see how you guys feel. Maybe like if you guys want to give out a good memory of my father or of our dad, whatever you guys.
Yeah, I want to jump off of what you said about like how he's Roger's dad too, because funny enough, like Roger could testify for this. Any lesson I learned, he was in the room. So like even exactly. When like ironically enough, when like the hardest whoop asses or the hardest like mental barriers had to break were with my dad. So like he really drilled into me what it is to be a responsible man today. And I know by me getting that drilled, pause, Roger was always there witnessing.
Damn, bro, I had to witness a drilling. I'm kind of scared, bro. Oh my God. Those scars will never come back. I'm sorry. I just can't.
That's why we hooligans got it. That's why we hooligans.
Yes, sir.
Y'all a bunch of hooligans. I'm an innocent boy here. I had to witness a drilling,
oh my
man.
God.
I'm not innocent.
Oh, man.
Nah, but yeah, man, doesn't have to say it, but I love the old man. He did everything for us. All those little comments we were making throughout the song, like we met every single one of them, and like we didn't mean it just in that song. We said it dozens of times prior to that song.
Dozens of times.
Yeah.
To each other, to ourselves, to our siblings.
Mm-hmm.
It's become a mantra.
For real. Yeah. Nah, lie though, listening to He Lives in You again, bro, like, holy shit, years since I and just reminds me how much of a fire-ass soundtrack 90s, early 2000s were.
Yeah, you keep cutting in and out, bro.
That's strange. Okay. Technical difficulties. Does it sound better?
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
For sure.
But that's okay. We're keeping all this. We're keeping all this in. But yeah, how about you, Raj?
I mean, dude, there's a lot to say about your pops. I mean, I know our dad, because he was the guy was a workhorse. The man would literally get up every single day. I remember his routine like it was like yesterday, watching him like go to work and then go off and go to New York to go run around for like God knows how many hours, come flying back home, to change into his soccer stuff so he can go run / take us to go play soccer, and then come home to quickly change back into like some clothes, shower, and then go take us out to eat. That man literally did not stop. He was always moving, doing something. Family man all the way through, thick and thin, loving on every single one of us all the way through. And then all in all, just to repeat it all the next day, not giving it a rest once.
Yeah.
And made it a point to make sure that weekends were always a family gathering day, meaning like whoever could come, everyone go to breakfast, everybody go do something together.
Those are my gunshots because that is facts.
Yeah.
Again,
that's
he
exactly
was
who
an
Dad
amazing all the way through. You know, and you know to see someone so powerful go the way he did is never easy. But we love you, Dad, and we understand. So we hope you're getting the reunion you needed. You know. And,
oh yeah, 100%.
You know, he's
Yes,
having the
sir.
time of his life now. Grandma and auntie are freaking like going all nutsy cuckoo upstairs with him right now.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
Still jealous about the
And
food.
And remember
bro.
the dream that I told you that I had, Kev, where who like when Dad was like in shape and he was like, "Oh, like don't touch my chest."
Oh,
You know?
yeah, the realization.
Yeah, like yeah, bro. Like I had that dream before Dad passed, Raj, and I thought I thought that was he was gonna get better, but then like I realized like the guy who bumped Dad's chest was his cousin, and like his cousin that had passed like a while back, and I didn't even do that full connection, but he was like, Dad responded to me. That the guy like tapped him on the chest. He's like, "Whoa, don't tap me on the chest, bro. I just left the hospital." You know, like as in just left the hospital, like as a soul. You know, so it's just kind of crazy how the astral realm and all these things are connected in the different dimensions, and life just seems like Dad has made miracles. I think he's shown up for all of us in his own ways, and I think life is more is stranger than fiction. It's more grandiose than we think. It's more spiritual and more soul linked than we think. So I appreciate you, Raj, for like those words you said about our dad, bro. Like like you were there to witness all that, and he treated you like his own, and that was who he was, and he just saw the love you have for Kevin, bro, the love you have for all of us, actually, bro. And it's like I'm just glad you're a part of this too, and you're part of his legacy as well, like more than more than you think, bro. So thank you for that. And like yeah, and so jumping off of that, because Dad was a workhorse, because you said that, it's funny how our first, like the topic we have written down here is like a hustle culture.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yo, my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Don't even get me started.
So like, like in everything in life, you need a balance. And also there's pros and cons to everything, right? So I'll let you gentlemen start it off with like your opinion on just like hustle culture and just capitalism in America in general and everything that involves it.
Yeah.
The floor is yours, guys.
Do you want the heavy one to start first? All right.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go take the floor.
All right, so I mean, look, it's going to be a similar thing to how we were talking about our last podcast about like how the younger generation's kind of like on the lazier side of things. Hustle culture is dead, bro. Genuinely, it's dead. Like, think about it. Where's the nowadays like hungry individual that's out there to make real money? Like again, and when I say real money, I'm talking about like going out there, making a business, capitalizing it, and then building it up. Again, a lot of people can consider YouTube, can consider TikToking, all this other like web stuff, but nobody goes out there and creates like physical things anymore. It's all digitized videos and actions and all this other stuff. And then when people get big, then that's when they start making all this afterwards. It's all a big entertainment business now. It's not like about getting your hands dirty anymore. It's about who can look the prettiest on camera nowadays, in my opinion. Now,
I'm not gonna lie, that's a point I haven't thought about it, but go on.
That's a solid take, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. No, because like seriously, like when was the last time you ever thought of somebody around you? Not like a famous person outside or anything else. Like no big social media person. We're talking about everyday Joe that's gone up, that has created something physically viable to our society.
Regular Joe Schmo? Nah, I can't think of anyone.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the bad thing. We're not getting inventive. We're just getting creative. That's where I feel like we're going in reverse for things. We're making our money. People are out there have been creating amazing content, great entertainment. It's awesome. We're in the era of just sit back and enjoy. Like that's really it. Like we're in the content era. We're in the lazy era. That's what I think of it as. We're hitting a lazy era point.
Okay, just to be devil's avocado here, right?
Oh no! Here comes avocado. I hate
healthy
avocado,
fat.
bro.
I'm the healthy fat. I'm the healthy fat coming at you.
Here we
right
go
now.
with this healthy fat.
So, all right. What about this, right? What if it's not lazy era, and what if it's just working smarter, not harder, right? Like if I saw multiple people staying at home and finding a way to make money without me getting to get off my ass. If I were like in a 17 to 20 like something year old, like a young 20 something year old, then I would take advantage of that, obviously, right? And I could still have dreams of making things happen in the physical era, but the thing about the physical era is that you need capital. So what happens is in capitalism, you're always chasing where the money is, which is why people have wanted to become famous over the years. Like over the years, like you said, Raj, like I agree with you on that point that the entertainment business, the years has, been the center of income for multiple people. So a lot of children, impressionable children, grow up seeing that, me included, and want to make money through that because they feel like, okay, this is something fun I could do and it could also make me money. So people go where the money goes, right? So let's say if doctors were getting paid 20 million a year, we'd have an influx amount of doctors, right? But that's just not the case. So I think it's also about people following the convenient way of starting to build capital so then they could invest in the physical world. Examples like investing in their first house or buying a car or investing in a physical business, something like a gym, a smoothie shop, but like something where now they have something tangible in the physical realm that they can make money off of. Feel me? Like, for example, my cousin Tony, he is a man who's like a hustler, like in every sense of the word, because he's not just he's not building anything on social media really. A lot of his things are based on making sales on he has multiple streams of income in the physical world where he's making sales, he's getting he's in real estate and he's in different things, that I don't even know of, but he's doing good for himself and he's like that definition of a hustler. So you still have that version of it. But now in hustle culture, there's also the cons, right? People chasing the money, people chasing this, but people constantly chasing the money and don't put time for themselves. Sometimes it's detrimental to your health. There's not that discussion about the recovery and rest in the hustle culture. So that's just so that's my devil's avocado, Raj, is like what are you gonna do if it's entertainment is the convenient way to gain money? You have TikTok, you have Instagram, you have YouTube, and all of those are able to be monetized.
All right, so to repeat what I was saying.
Tell your controller to que se ponga las pilas.
Ponte la pila.
Anyway, the point that I was going to mention is what teachers are being introduced into your life to introduce that hustle culture. And I don't mean like physical people only. I mean literally life is a teacher as well. So how is life enabling that to you? Because that could be a big motivating factor of how hungry are you to hustle. Because I feel like, in my opinion, we're all hustlers to a degree to certain subjects and things. But if we're going to talk about like hustler in the sense of obtaining currency, yeah, I feel like that has been like we've been very lackluster with money and being taught in that. So not being taught about like, oh, okay, this is essential in life. Like we need this, or life teaches you how much you need it. Whether it could be you're the kid who has the new Jordans and you could be grateful every day for wearing those. On the other side, you could be the same kid who doesn't appreciate money and you're just destroying things left and right. Because a hustler, he takes care of his things and he's on top of it constantly, man. And majority of the hustlers I know, they were taught by two things, man: struggles and people who struggled.
Yeah, I give it to you. My only other argument is back a little bit to what Jay said before. I mean, convenient money doesn't mean it's always going to last to be convenient money. Because let's be real, Vine was something back then. MySpace was a thing back then. These were all social media platforms, you know. Granted, you know, maybe they got taken out by something bigger and better. But what's going to be the next bigger, better thing? Eventually, everything's going to get replaced at some point because there's always going to be another bigger and better version of it.
Yeah, but let me rebuttal that real quick because I'm telling you the convenience and the quickness of it. I'm not saying how long it's going to last because you could take that money and then invest it in something tangible. So, like, or can you fault people for doing that?
Happen? No, but how often does that happen?
I don't know. Though? I could say I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people nowadays, they just kind of stick to their guns, do their TikToks, and then they go like, okay, I'm gonna buy myself a car, I'm gonna buy myself a house. Granted, it was earned money, but nothing ever, like I said, nothing useful for the world pops out. That so they decide to make with their money.
I guess I would ask you this: what is your definition of a hustler?
A hustler? Someone. Okay, so
we should have defined that from the beginning.
I mean, look,
no. This is good.
This is my version. My version of a hustler. My version of a hustler is very simple. It's just you're out there doing your grind and making something or doing something that is going to help continue the constant cycle of society. That's my version definition of a hustler. Because there are millions of ways of being a hustler, millions. Because we are in a very technological age, so there's a lot of things at our fingertips. So anyone could just be considered a hustler. They can go to have a virtual job for because we all know COVID. Oh, damn it! We all know the sickness happened, and that kind of ruined a lot of people's everyday 9-to-5 jobs that they had to physically go to. But a good amount of people also became virtual stay-at-home job owners at that point. They're still doing their hustle. Now it's just from home virtually. That could still be considered a hustle at the end of the day. But, it's now made almost like, I feel, 8 times easier. Because you're now in the comfort of your own home.
To me, there's different connotations to the word hustler. Because people have always looked at people with 9-to-5s, 40 hours a week, full-time jobs, who get to it and get to business, and let's say it's a sales job, you could call yourself a hustler. But what if you get to the 40 hours a week, and then you're doing a customer service job? Are you still hustling, or are you just an employee? Because there has to be like a definition. Because are we treating hustle as the work ethic, or are we treating hustle as how much money can you make and in as little time as possible? You get me? So how quick can you make?
Second definition. How much money can you make in that short amount of time?
All right, there you go. So that's my definition of a hustler as well. So I think, are we all in agreement there?
No, I agree. Look,
Okay.
all I'm trying to say is that if you work your basic, like I'm not talking about retail, because again, granted, still giving back to society, but it's a job anybody can do. I'm talking about something like it's like the minute you take it over, it's like damn, people like could really use this every single day, every single day, every single day.
I think it's Mamba mentality, to be honest. Just to give it to Kobe.
What mentality?
Mamba.
Mamba.
I think it's
okay.
Yeah. I think it's like, to put in my definition, regardless of circumstances, I chosen to hustle towards something, and I'm gonna go towards it regardless of what it is. So, and because
Regardless of the obstacle, I agree with that.
regardless of, because I agree with Jay what he said earlier when he was like, oh, he differentiates a salesperson and an employee. Because a salesperson, they're also getting paid in the hourly, but on top of their hourly, their main source of money is on the commission. So how much can you yourself pull in?
And at that point, you become a hustler in a 9-to-5 job. You feel me?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. I didn't disagree with it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm just pointing it out. It enforces more of what Jay's saying, and it even enforces more the point that I'm pulling out right now, where regardless of your situation, still being paid hourly, you're still looking for opportunities to advance on and move forward with. And it's just the way you're wired too. Because I've realized, bro, like, don't get me wrong, I've learned the hustles mentality. I was never wired, but there's some people who are wired day one. Like day one, they're wired. And I'm not saying like again, not towards currency. Anything that you want to acquire and any obstacles in front of you, you're gonna take over. So I've seen people do the impossible at impossible ages growing up, where I'm like, I remember like being in third grade and seeing how much these students are pulling off academics left and right. I'm like, damn, bro, how are you doing this? And then you ask them, like, yo, how long are you studying? And they're like, oh, I studied about 2 hours. Mind you, I'm only reading the book for like 15 minutes. So it's like, oh, okay, it shows. So that is like, okay, regardless of what questions on the test, I'm going to learn everything in this book and then pass it.
What I found funny was when you started saying hustling and how like people have certain money in their pockets. I don't know why I brought back this. This is a funny moment. Remember me selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards in third grade, bro?
Let me hustle you this 50-cent card for $2. Chicken sandwich felt good that day.
Yo, bro, but you enjoyed your 50-cent cookies though, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Anyway, good. Yeah, bro. I mean, and I agree. Some people just got it. They just wake up and they go, okay, today's gonna be the big day I make money. Okay, today I know I can do this. Today I know I can do that. Oh, I'm gonna push the new boundary today. Like that's it. Like they just go. That's a mentality that I feel like, and it is true. Yeah, a lot of people really aren't wired like that no more. People are settlers. People are very big settlers nowadays.
It's complacency. How complacent?
Yeah, agreed.
Can you get? Because I realized, like, as you guys were talking, I'm like, I love how you guys are pointing all these points, and it leads to complacency. How complacent you yourself can get, and then settle.
Yeah, so some people are like, I mean, hey, look, I know plenty of people who are like just in retail, and they sit there for like 10, 20 years, bro. It's like, yeah, I mean, again, some people just got the knack for it. They can stay in that business. I guess they're cool with it, but I can never imagine myself sitting in retail for like more than 10 years, bro. Like that would be ridiculous at some point.
Yeah, but that's just because you're not wired to it. I bet you like we could find something that you're wired to. You'll be able to. So like, for example, you're really good talent wise on understanding I would say anatomy, because of learning how to crack necks and like basically the knowledge to be a masseuse. You're very talented in that at a young age. Now, we put you in an environment where we give you the education for it. You would become the hustler. Just due to the fact that you have that like, okay, I have that niche to know how my client feels and what you're good at receiving information from their end to like, yo, my neck is sore, something's bothering me. And you're good at like, you do the salesperson act in a masseuse setting, man. Like you get that hustler's mentality.
I turn into that. And then you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
because I talk people up and I make people feel comfortable when they're gonna get either I like you said, a simple like maybe adjustment of like a crack or something. Again, not that I'm licensed or anything, but
Right. No,
I got my thing
exactly. But
going.
I'm saying if we set you in that, like, I'm saying if anybody's set in a setting, not in the sense of comfortable, but in the sense where like they're in their elements, you can see that trait of a hustler coming out slowly. It's just a matter of how efficient or how big do you want that to explode.
The word is hungry. The word is hungry.
Hungry, yeah. How hungry you are, true.
Jay?
Yeah. What do you think, bro?
I think we blew his mind. I think he's dead.
That, or did he hit X by accident?
You might be muted. Or your mic's like messing up. We don't know. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Oh man, it's gonna be one of those kind of nights. All right.
Yeah, I know, for real. Huh. Well, while Jay's doing the technical difficulties, I guess we'll carry on topic with the hustler's mentality. Yeah, man. Like I said, like, over time you acquire it. How do you feel personally, like, on your hustler's mentality? Because I could speak about mine on a sales end, but I want to see what's yours. Like, how do you hustle on a daily?
Look, it's very simple. If I'm out there making my money, and then out of nowhere, I don't know, like if I could recommend a person a spot, or like if I could recommend someone something good.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something so long ago. Oh, Jesus. All right. So first of all, right, I want to also differentiate the difference between determination and hustler, because you could have strong determination, like you could be academically determined, but that doesn't mean you in turn into a hustler. I think hustler is you're chasing the bag no matter what the obstacle. It's not you're doing an assignment and you get through the obstacle. I think that's different. I think that's just a strong work ethic and will and determination. I think in order to be a hustler, you gotta maximize your time and minimize your expenses and really like optimize your profits. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a good point.
That's the hustler that I'm talking about, because you want to use your time. A hustler, I think, uses his time wisely. So he wants to spend the least amount of time doing something, and he wants to make the most money doing it. And I think that's the definition of a hustler. And that's a definition of hustle culture, in my opinion, because now hustle culture is getting the bag wherever you can, right? So that to me still exists. And now, but at what point are we putting aside, like Roger made a good point, because there is something about putting aside like basic societal needs. Like we need electricians, we need plumbers, we need lawyers, we need doctors, right? At what point does society choose the bag over becoming one of these, and then we run out of those important things, and then in a world where everyone wants to be famous, nobody is. You know that famous saying of when everybody's super, no one is, like from The Incredibles. Like I think that is aligned with entertainment in itself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, man, too. Yeah.
Look, we need the everyday Joes for us to excel in society.
Exactly.
But but there's people who are just built to kind of like go above and beyond. Some people can try.
Exactly.
But it's all about your determination and strife at that point. How far are you willing to go for the bag, as you're calling it now?
And speaking of somebody who has a big bag, right?
I'm already scared. I don't like when he starts as Kevin. Hold me.
All right. We got to talk about it. Now, we don't want to be salacious people. We don't want to offend people. But then again, what did Jordan Peterson say? He said in order to think, you have to risk getting offended, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that.
Yes, sir.
And so I just want to preface this. Yes, we're gonna fucking preface because even though we're hooligans, we still care about our care a little bit about our social image. You know, even though we don't have a big following, but we still want to say we want to be responsible.
I don't.
Okay. Well, I do.
Okay.
So I guess that's why I'm going to lead this. That's why I'm going to start this off then. I want to preface this with saying that I think I get this from Dad, where like I put myself in people's shoes, so I'm very empathizing. So I kind of understand where people are coming from, but I'm also my own man. I'm able to critically think, right? So Kanye recently showed up at a Paris fashion show, or a fashion week, and he showed up with a White Lives Matter t-shirt, right? And I think he showed up with Candace Owens. And so Kanye was saying how then Kanye went on an array of tweets. I don't know if you guys have seen this. He went crazy on the Instagram timeline. Then he got banned off of it. Then he got on Twitter, and then I think he got banned off of that, or he got restricted access to his Twitter, and because he's just saying some really crazy things. But I want to pull back aside because where did I start? Okay, I want to start with I'm a big fan of hip hop podcasts, and I'm a fan of hip hop culture. You know, that's something about myself I think that a lot of people know about me, right? And when I listen to the platforms and I listen to African American people speak on Kanye West, you know, it's it's weird because I don't want it to be in a self-serving way, because I don't want to see Kanye that he's always in a self-serving way, but in a way he is. But I don't think it's in the way that people think it is, right? I think it's in the way, right, that it all started with his Adidas contract with Yeezy. It all started with that. And I think all that is going on right now is Kanye is trying his best to abruptly end the contract with Adidas. And I think everything that is happening right now is in order to gain Republican vote when he runs for presidency. And it's in order to abruptly destroy his contract with Adidas, because they said he can't use a Yeezy likeness or logo or thing that he has built with them. He can't use it anywhere else but with them. And so I think all of this has been like a self-serving master plan. And like, as a Kanye fan, I want to believe that he's for the world, right? But I'm also, and it's obviously I also want to say, obviously, Black Lives Matters, the movement, BLM, the whole movement. I'm behind as stopping police brutality, uh, ending systemic racism, especially in the police force, because it goes on a lot, and especially in rural areas where where the majority of people in the police force are Caucasian. So like, it's circumstantial and variables. That what people say does happen, right? But I also agree, you shouldn't have to say white lives matter, like you shouldn't have to say black lives matter, because at the end of the day, all lives matter. But I understand that there's this social justice movement where sometimes police are mishandling black folk, right? But let's even move from there and understand social media and emotional currency and what that is, right? And how they feed off your the algorithm feeds off your emotion, and it wants to get you riled up in order for you to interact, as opposed to feeding you something that you actually enjoy. That's where we're at in the algorithm. It's counting on your emotional currency. So when I see hip hop podcasts talk about Kanye in a way that says, "Yo, this guy's crazy. This guy is like," well, what happened to Black Lives Matter at that point? Even if it's self-serving, at some point you have to have sympathy for your brother. Even if it's self-serving, even if he's going off crazy in your eyes, in your perspective, you still got to show sympathy and love and hope he gets better. You shouldn't like clown him or undermine him. You don't know what game. The higher up you go, the more you see the game for what it really is, and we'll never know until we experience that ourselves, right?
True.
So Kanye wearing this this White Lives Matter T-shirt is more about people having the conversation as opposed to him actually supporting something. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is where, like, this was Kanye's intentions for everybody from us to the top of the top podcast, for every one of us to be talking about it. And he's accomplished that goal. And his ultimate game plan, I do not know. Because a lot of the things he does is the things I say I would do if I were in his position, so I could troll the world and really have like an underlying game plan to save it. That's just my honest opinion. But then he puts on such a good act that I don't even know if it's the real him or not. And I want to be logical, and I do not know the person, personally, Kanye West, but I want to believe he has a good heart and he's doing good for people. But at the same time, he's also been a man that's been self-serving. And I don't condemn a man who's self-serving, because at the end of the day, self-serving is what you feed your family, you feed your kids, so at the end of the day, like, I understand that. But that's my take on it. I don't know if it's self-serving or I don't know if it's world-saving, but it definitely starts a conversation, and it definitely evolves a conversation, and it definitely tests society, and especially society in social media. How much power do they have? Because what he's saying and the things he's spewing out are very very problematic, very touchy. That's my take on it.
Okay. So my whole thing with this entire controversy is, I go back to literally one point you made. All lives matter. I get it. There was a movement that started for it. There was what was the big one? The poor African American man got strangled, I believe, by like 3 cops basically, and like
George Floyd
stepped out.
Yeah,
George Floyd. There you go. And he had that entire like episode, and I understand, like, multiple little issues were happening, and there was just this big wild wave. Sure, fine. People got their motion going. Everything happened. Whatever.
I just want to interrupt there. It's not just George Floyd, because I want to be very careful, and we've got to be responsible, with the platform we're building. It's not just George Floyd. It's been, from Trayvon Martin to multiple things, and that's the emotional currency I'm talking about. But go ahead.
No, but that's what I'm getting at. Like, it started with like I said, multiple other like actions of like
over the
around that
years.
caliber happening. Yes.
Yeah.
So and it all mounted up to that. So there was a reason for that to happen. But out of
Yes.
nowhere, this entire little logo pops up out of nowhere, and of course the whole world's going to get shooken up because again, our world has been set to the mind that and again, it's not a incorrect thought, but it's not a politically incorrect thought when they say that.
It's not a completely thought out idea.
No, of course not. I mean, look,
It's an emotional
when we
movement.
when we talk about like races, it is always going to be a touchy subject. There's never going to be a moment where someone is going to be bothered by someone's opinion. But all in all, that was very south. There was like nothing that happened recently or anything that happened of as far as to my knowledge, like the past few months or anything of that caliber where, I guess white people particularly were being attacked or jumped at. So, I feel like it was just more of like at least based off of like social media. Cause again, like I said, this is not, like you said before, this is your field. This is not my field. But, right. I decided to dive a little into it because, it was, something we were going to talk about. And unfortunately, I don't know, from on paper, I mean, it just seems like he wanted to stir something up. I'm going to go by off of your basis saying that, hopefully there's a reasoning behind it, maybe like a secret motive, kind of like a whole Itachi thing, kind of sassing the whole village. And it's just like, okay, but I did it for you, Sasuke, kind of thing.
Exactly. Like, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Like, again, because I knew it. It's going to be the whole archangel thing, and again, I hope that, there is something more relevant to this because I feel like all it's doing is stirring up a lot of unnecessary drama and causing a lot of people to kind of like turn the other cheek towards like other more important matters. I feel like there's something that's being hidden. I think they're just using Kanye to like kind of like hide something, to be all honest with you. Like, I feel like it's just a mask to cover something.
Picking and choosing. I think it's the media picking and choosing. Yeah, and I just say it like this.
Oh, okay, well, yeah. No, you know what? I can see that.
I'll say it like this, just only for the fact. Same guy. He was relevant not too long ago. I think it was a month or two ago when his whole scenario with Pete Davidson and Kim, right? The man was pushing a lot to basically be a father. And a lot of people wouldn't, a lot of situations wouldn't allow him to do that, and no one batted an eye. But the minute he does this, everybody and their mother's talking. I agree with what Jay was saying on the self-serving motive, but I think it's also him. I think it's also him like really laying it out in a sense. It was like, all right, then you guys don't want to support me with this, fine. I'll just do this instead and see how you guys feel about it. And that's literally what we're literally, like Jay said, we're playing out an emotional movement. And
yeah, dude.
I agree.
That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was going to say. I agree with BLM in what it stands for, but on things being done, nothing's being done.
Exactly. Because BLM, the corporation, the thing has been there's documentation that has been some sort of a scam, right? So that's kind of heartbreaking because there's minorities, especially Black Lives Matter, especially. All right, let's just look at the face value of African Americans in America and their history. It's been an heartbreaking, unfortunate one. We have to face that fact, right? So BLM could have been their form of like just starting a form of reparations, like to the most needed African American communities. They could have donated a bunch of money and we could have seen the fruits of that labor. And I think anybody with a heart would have been behind that because systematically, especially in the 60s through the 80s, African American people have been systematically just torn apart. And now that they're free, all the repercussions of the past are happening now. and nobody wants to like give him the sympathy. Ronald Reagan literally put crack cocaine in the hoods, like in like minority like projects. You feel me? Like
I'm glad you're touching this because it's gonna go into what I want to point out after you're done. Keep going.
so there has to be some sort of like that's inhumane. Like,
Mhm.
so you're telling me back then was a different times. In the 60s, people were racist. So you're telling me, all right, if I can't get a job because of the color of my skin, and then there's this drug where I could, or like, or I got limited opportunities, especially back then because of the color of my skin, and now there's this drug that I could sell, and then there's this fast money I can make, and it could get me out of here faster than going to college, and who knows if I'm even gonna get there. It's like you're setting up decisions in order to be predestined decisions to be pre-made, like, shoving them along towards a decision as opposed to everybody getting equal opportunity. Now it's more equal opportunity for sure. Now it's people have been able to get out of that. African American folks have been resilient, and I want to also take a time to say that us as Latino people, we'll never know the struggle. We'll never know, not the struggle like the struggle in general, but because we know the struggle is no, we know we'll never know
The level.
the level of what African American people have been affected by what this country has done to them in these last 60, no, these last
Half a
like
century.
80, yeah, this
Yeah.
last century,
Half
or
century.
even
Yeah.
longer than that. You feel me?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, but like in the last century, like with freedom, like this is with actual freedom, like they still got fucked over. They still like got the bare minimum, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like BLM could have done something towards that, and instead it was taken advantage of and stained, and also like and then during the peaceful times that BLM tried to what is it when you when you go out and do a picket signs protest when you protest, okay, my bad, I don't know why that word blanked. But
All
when
good.
BLM could have been a peaceful protest, but then there's also people who agitate and are paid agitators to go in and disrupt the peaceful protests. Like it's an attack on our emotional side, and that's why I've learned to critically think, because I'm tired of everything. Every time I'm scrolling, they attack my heart, and then they make me want to react. And I'm tired of that. We as people should just talk to each other and build communities, as opposed to shaping our social views based on what we see on social media. That's where I ended on that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, my brother, 100% on that. I definitely want to write off the point you said earlier about how the situation was set for them by the president. It's funny how you mentioned it because I don't recall which interview and who it was with, but I do recall seeing a clip of Kanye saying he turned his back on victimization mentality and like the mentality of how like I don't want to say it like this, but how majority of people think nowadays and the victimization of
That is also
themselves,
true. Hmm.
right? And so Kanye said he turned his back on that, and I don't want. This is how I viewed it. He turned his back on his own people doing that, like because I feel like he's one of the few who understands the situation and is trying to play to the best of their ability without victimizing himself, and is just pushing forward when a majority of them are doing exactly that. Like no one is taking accountability to themselves or to their culture and then push it forward. Because like back in the day, I feel like, and this is just perspective based off media. I always felt like the black communities always had family and they were always a unionship. Like they were really strong in that, right? And then the minute birth control became available to the public, you saw a lot of these communities just breaking down because of it. There was no, like, the sense of no longer being account and responsible for traditions, culture, and things like that comes with that. It all broke down the minute that came out. And so this is how I'm viewing. Like, again, I'm not as far reaching to Kanye as you are, Jay. But as someone who's just who knows Kanye, pause, who knows Kanye,
Please,
right?
Ayo.
But doesn't listen to him on the who's not involved in him on a daily like that. I can view the way I view it. Him doing the WLM is literally an enforcing of his point he said previously. I'm turning my back on this. So if you're feeling a certain way about this, you're not being responsible to your emotions. You're not being responsible to how you're supposed to handle this properly.
What do you mean, brother? I'm not sure I'm getting you.
Like, okay. Tyrants exist. Anybody, any tyrant exists. It comes with power. Right? And then someone will resent that tyrant for power and try to attain that power, attains power, and becomes said tyrant. It's the repeating vicious cycle. I feel like Kanye, he's the first trying to attack it in a different manner, trying not to become the tyrant, but trying to expose the tyrant's power.
That is a good point. Not trying to become the tyrant, but trying to expose the tyrant's power. That's a good point to end this on. That I just want to, that's a good point to end it on. That. That's a oof, you made me think.
Yeah, because the minute you threw, the minute you threw Regan in there, I was like, I love that Jay is literally throwing this alley-oop for me. I'm about to slam dunk the fuck out of this. Yeah,
you slammed
right now, bro.
We're waiting LeBron right now, Kev.
For real.
Damn, that's a good point. No, that's a good point. And prayers to the world first and foremost, but also prayers to the Black community, because we don't want you guys to be victims of of your emotional currency.
Exactly.
We don't want people to take advantage of your emotions. And I think that's a lot of what the media is trying to do. And Kanye is exposing the power that whoever they are, he's exposing the power that they have. And it's just like Trump. And whether you like his methods or not, he's exposing them. And whether you there's things I've disagree with Trump's approach and Kanye's approach and things I agree with what they say and some of what they think. But what those two have in common is that they're exposing the powers that be. And that is a good way to end it, because I do not want to say more than that. You might get JFK'd. I'm about to get JFG.
JRK. JRK,
JFG.
Bro. But I don't want to be Ard.
All right. On a lighter note, somebody who's gonna run this town during the Super Bowl, right? We got our very own Riri doing the Super Bowl. So what do you guys think about that? You guys fuck with Rihanna? You guys like Rihanna?
You know I'm gonna be under that umbrella, bro. 100%.
But
100%, dog. I mean, shit. I'm always for Riri. Her music always made the environment just bump. Like, you just want to jump up and dance, lively, bro. Regardless, yeah, exactly. It makes you feel alive, which is, I feel like, what music is all
about.
Is all about, exactly. Yeah. So Riri being in the Super Bowl, great choice. I'm looking forward to the choreograph, because shit, they're gonna have to do a lot to top last one.
Yeah.
Shit, last one.
Last one was crazy. Yeah.
Too crazy. You worried with her performing? You don't got hope.
No. We're not worried about her performance.
I'm not worried about her.
That's Riri right there.
In the back. Riri got
I was about to say, like, you putting her out right that. Like,
that's why I said choreograph.
Yeah, the choreograph. The stage setting, the choreograph. That's gonna be.
This guy's good at covering up, bro. I swear to God.
That's gonna be hard to top, because last year it was like a whole. Eminem, Dr. Dre and it was like the arrangement of it, the set design of it was like really, really well done.
Yeah, bro. But when 50 came out upside down, bro, Stranger Things style on us, I was like, oh, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm
No,
good.
that
they
that was
literally
how
beat
he
us.
that was how he came out in the club, bro. That's crazy, bro. To see 50 all those years later still being able to come up upside down is just, I'm glad, that 50's still in shape.
Word.
He
Yeah,
reminds me
so
of
I
that
got
that
that.
that Doctor Doolittle scene. Just goes like he's a dead man walking.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Riri. I'm excited to see maybe she might bring out somebody. Maybe who knows? Who knows? I hope she brings out some people. I'm looking forward to the bangers. She has a lot, bro. Like I don't even know how she's
That's
gonna
true.
decide. Like she has house. She has we fell in love in a hopeless place. We fell in love in a hopeless. Right, that's her, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
right.
We
And
got
she got Umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh. What else she got?
What if
She
M
got
comes the two back to back and just appears to do Monster with her?
she got SNM. Oh yeah, or Love the Way You Lie.
Yeah.
Ooh, word.
But
That's
I don't
another
think I
one.
don't think that's a Super Bowl song. Maybe work, work, work. What else? No. Bitch better have my money.
Oh,
Bitch
that's
better
definitely
have
gonna be
my
in there.
money. Ah, yeah. If that doesn't play in the Super Bowl, they missed
Or
their
what
mark.
about a
I'm not gonna.
massive? Or what about a massive collab of everything? They've done
Don't
stuff
stop.
like
Don't
that
stop the
before.
music. I want Don't Stop the Music to be on
No,
that for
no,
sure.
oh yeah. Not the
They
music.
just
Oh
got the
yeah.
music,
Yeah,
music.
yeah. Yo, Rihanna had a run. I'm glad she had her baby because that means I haven't had a Rihanna album since like what, 2014, 2015.
The comeback
Bro,
might
it's,
come.
it's, it's, it's been a long ass fucking time since we had a Rihanna album. Rihanna, fucking done with your makeup. Get in the
Come
fucking
back.
studio, please. She has Love on the Brain, bro. Oh, that's a fucking beautiful song,
You know
bro.
what? Yeah, she really does need to come back because I'm getting tired of like all the music that's playing. I need bitches to dance more to Riri again. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Even when she came back for the song with Drake, the what,
Hmm.
like bitches were dancing to that. Yeah. All right, Riri, we're excited. We're looking forward to it. Can't wait. We're gonna get a little serious. The value and like stock of a genuine connection and how social media has like shifted that, right? So I want, for example, how back in the day people used to stay in touch with, their phone numbers, and then you had to catch them at a time that they were by their phone, otherwise you wouldn't catch them. And even before answering machines and all that, so think about how close you had to hold somebody, how much meeting up more meant, and that genuine connection for somebody, as opposed to social media now that you could keep tabs on everybody. Even though you're more connected, it's kind of lost is the genuineness or genuinity. I don't know, the warmness behind that connection.
I feel like it's still there today if you decide to build on it. Like anything, bro. It's there if you decide to dedicate the time and effort. It's just habits that we formed from technology makes it really difficult to appreciate little things like that. Just for like a simple, just like for example, just a simple one-on-one just a simple date, one-on-one interaction has now evolved into a guy's making sure that they're entertaining enough so that the woman
Interesting
is no longer
enough.
looking on the phone.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like we have that phone problem, and I'm speaking for myself because even myself, when I'm in a group setting, you'll catch me finding me playing my Dragon Ball game. I'll be playing some type of game,
Right.
and then Roger usually calls me out. And he's like, "Yo, bro, get off your phone." And he's like, and I'm like, "All right, bro, you're right. I should be off my phone."
Yo, bro, I
But at
want
the
to
same
crock
time,
him
it's
so
like,
hard every single time.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like one of those things where it's like, it's a habit. We just gotta break them. Whether we choose to do it or not, it's up to us. So that goes back to the point where I was saying, like, you have to decide what's more important to you at the end of the day. Like, is the 50 DMs in your inbox more important than the one genuine guy trying to talk to you right now? But then again, people don't know how to value that. They don't know how to value like a physical connection right in front of you compared to someone actually talking to you. Because I've seen that happen where you could be talking to someone and then they'll just drift off the conversation just to continue the one on their phone.
That's true.
Exactly.
I feel like
No, go ahead. Raj.
So I was gonna say that there is no such thing as a genuine connection anymore. Everyone is too distracted by everything nowadays. Like we have literally multiple conversations we can have at our fingertips at any given moment.
At any given moment.
Anytime, like, you know, you're sitting there. I feel like every single time I walk into a room, and again, I've done it once or twice, but like I'm usually the guy that has their phone down and trying to talk to everybody, and everybody in the room is on their phone showing each other like some stupid cat video or something. It's like, bro, we could be talking about our day, we could be talking about like what's going on. And
maybe genuine connection is not the right way to phrase it, because you could still have a genuine connection with somebody. And it's just, but it's like I'm talking about the value and stock of that connection, right? Because, or maybe it's not the connection, or it's the value and stock of the quality time you spent together in real life. I think that's a conversation we should have, because the stock and the quality time has gone down over time, because you're always going to be connected through social media. So you could keep having your conversations online, like you said, Raj, through DMs, through text message. So when you actually do spend that quality time together, because you spend so much time on your phone, you're conditioned to keep spending time on your phone. So as opposed to spending that quality time one-on-one with the person. I think less and less people are able to do that nowadays. And the stock and value and quality time, I think, has gone down because of social media. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, it also back in the day, we didn't have to weigh out options. So, like, for example, like your friend group, the parties you go to were based off your friend group back in the day. So, you know, you could be like...
And you had like one friend group.
Exactly, yeah. So you could be like, oh, so it's Brad's birthday this Friday. What we doing this Friday? You know, and then everybody's already planning for Friday. Nowadays, you know, same scenario could occur, but now it's like, yeah, Brad's party's happening, but, you know, we got Chad's over here. And then now everyone wants to go to Chad's because they can see what's going on in the party. You know, like, oh, yeah, Brad's not, you know, Brad's could be your typical, you know, oh, homie, everyone gathering around, you know, 1 or 2 bottles, close personal hangout. And then Chad could be having like the big party where everyone wants to be. There's like the option is there, so you get
Chad and Brad. What was you hanging out with all these white dudes, bro?
I'm adding names, bro. I'm just giving names.
I'm fucking with Chad.
I don't know a Chad or a fucking Brad. But
no,
yeah, like that's one thing.
You make a good point. Go ahead.
I said I know a Chad. He black.
Oh yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
No.
Chad. I know, but like he's also Chad, and I was like, oh damn, I just assumed race.
Wow. Way to go assume their gender while you're at it.
Yeah, I know, right? Cancel me already.
just cut the wire. Just
cut the cord.
Plus, like I also feel like back in the day, a kiss meant something. A kiss doesn't mean anything today.
Yo, what is with you and talking about relationships? I just meant genuine connection with people.
But Joe, but that's what the first thing that comes into my mind, bro. That's when you hear connection, bro. I hear that, like, because I mean, earlier at the same time, I also brought up like when you're in a group of friends. So you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of all types of connection. It's not just one thing. Like that's the first thing that's coming out from my mind right now.
I feel you. I mean,
getting connections with people nowadays, it's hard as hell because like you have to like literally go through probably borders and borders worth of like shields that people are probably put up because everyone's become an introvert nowadays. Everyone is bothered and annoyed by everybody nowadays. There's like those, I give it 15, 20 percentile that are like running around going like, oh, I'm the friendliest person in the world. And then like they're super social butterflies and they're all over the place. But the other 80% are all just like, okay, so I've been screwed over like already once in my life. I can't trust nobody now because they take that one experience up the ass and then there you go. That's generally how like I feel like a lot of like social interaction happens nowadays. It's not impossible to make friends, but it's like when you get like that one good person that wants to actually sit down, have a lot of likes with you. You have a lot of similar concepts, a lot of similar beliefs, views. You know, it's like a lot of things build off of that. Like I feel like that's the only time you ever get something like that. And then like you can't just make a friend that has opposites. I feel like you know what it is. A lot of people nowadays are too afraid to be themselves as well. That's another thing.
Yeah, because you
I
have
think
a phone
everything
persona.
connects. I think social media gives you access to multiple people. Multiple people make you make the probability of like the more people you meet, the more probability you're gonna meet more shitty people. It's just math, right? So it's like the more people you meet, the more shitty people you're gonna meet along the way. It's just, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna meet good people. But you're gonna be jaded from all the shitty people that you've been through. So now you're kind of jaded, and then you go off, and then everybody's afraid to be themselves because they're jaded because they don't want to push people away by being themselves, and they think being themselves was a problem when really it was just incompatibility or just just people being in the wrong state of minds in your life with the wrong state of minds at that time, and it's just multiple variables. And I think those variables have been highly enhanced by social media nowadays, because now like I think people are so desensitized to being connected because we're always connected, kind of like a hive mind in the Matrix. I think we're like desensitized to that. So now like I still believe like you could have that genuine connection with somebody, right? But it won't feel the same as it used to back in the day, because the point was that you never knew if you never knew if if you were going to see them again, or like see them alive again, because it's like I don't know, just not even alive, but like there was more
This
of
could be the last
appreciate
time I see you.
yeah, there was more of appreciating the moment because of like how little of those moments you got to have, so you appreciated that moment more, as opposed to now you're always connected, now you're always texting, so we're always having a moment, so when we do have those moments together, it's not as special as how it used to be back then. And I think the value and stock in that connection has gone down. You get what I'm saying? Because you can still genuinely like somebody, genuinely love somebody, but you're always connected to them in some shape, form, or fashion. You feel me? As opposed to back then, you really appreciated people, like, and you really appreciated the moments with them, and you really try to make that moment last as much as you could, because you never knew when you were going to have contact with them again. So I think that's changed a lot in how, like, I think that's probably why there's a influx of like mental health issues and shit. It's just an overload of like sensory information.
But there's another thing I was also realizing too. You got to realize the times. Like obviously, technology has to do a big thing with it too. But one thing that I also realized, the message is being spread across during the times too. Because back in the day, like you take any music from '80s, bro, it's love, my G, and it's not love like uh, a love for desire to
That's a
another
good
person.
point.
Yeah, it's love in general. Like we just all love each other. There was a unionship. There was the message, the spreading of just being around in a community, like 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 all night long, bro. From Richie, that song, bro. I think like that encapsulate like what '80s was. Everyone dancing all night long. You look at the music video, it starts with one guy just dancing, and then little by little, the whole town is just dancing with him by the end of the music video. So you're just like, yo, this is awesome. So I feel like that encapsulated perfectly. Now we switch it to today's setting. Today's setting, we have nothing as near as close as that. And we like that.
I agree with you there, because that's a good point you brought up. That's a very good point you brought up, because when you listen to today's music, it's not promoting love, it's not promoting family, and not promoting family does promotes not having a father in the household, not having a father in the household promotes not having order in the household, not having order in the household promotes chaos, and chaos, well,
Yeah,
that
fun there.
just yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I mean, like, I feel like if we had just a little bit of what was going on back then inserted in here, we enjoy it. Because back then, like I think of clubs back then like Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta. Like LED floor, people out dancing on the disco, everyone's
Yeah,
just
people
having
don't
a good
even dance
time.
anymore. People
That's
just
what I'm
take out their
saying.
phones
No
and
one's in
Snapchat
record.
or
Yeah,
record. I
the
don't even know
club
what's the
setting is
Snapchat. I don't
completely
even have
different.
Snapchat.
Like
You know what's
I
funny?
could say,
I actually have the opposite effect of that. I feel like I feel like there is a taste of that, but there are clubs out there that are just willing to have fun and dance the night away. I just
Oh,
I
of
feel like
course.
I feel like you just got to go to like the right environments for it. I feel like not every club is gonna have that environment because there's a lot of people that want to just sit around and hang.
yeah, but back in the
there are
day,
clubs that are just like
everybody
that.
was on that page. Is what I'm trying to say. Everybody was on that page because the message was there
Yeah,
on a daily basis.
it's the high form mindset that's different.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everybody
Yeah.
has their own unique mindset, but like the societal mindset of it all, how we maneuver, it's a little different. It's a little different because people were on the same page, like you said back then. People just wanted to dance, maybe do cocaine,
But like
just have
even
fun.
that, but like yeah, but because you think about all the variables is added in today's, like, let's say we want to go out to a
Not
function
people
today.
want to like do lean, just fucking pop pills, be like
Exactly.
as far away
Yeah.
from reality as you possibly could.
Well, back then, the minute
Cocaine enhanced your
fu-
reality.
the minute a song came out, regardless of who you were, everyone's on that song because everyone loved it. Now it's like it's way different. Like, yeah, we still got like, oh, this song is on, everyone's hype, everyone's jumping in the crown, da 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 da. But like more, there was more spirit in it.
I feel you. Well, speaking of like, the value and stock of connections, let's move on to our favorite topic, feminism. Nah, I'm kidding, but
Shit.
just to touch, because on like I don't know, a few episodes ago we spoke on like modern day feminism and all that, and me and Kev thought of a topic like the mating partner versus womanhood value, right? Because I think the value of a woman is the same as the value of a person. It's like it's equal to everybody, right? But if I'm looking at somebody who I'm gonna form a union with and potentially have children with, I'm picking a mating partner, and then the value through my perception changes, and that doesn't mean your self value diminishes. It just means that that my view as to your value as a mating partner changes. I think that's what a lot of women are probably misconstruing. A lot of men are trying to say that, and I think a lot of women are misconstruing with us taking away their power or taking away their value, and that's not what we're doing. So that's my point on that.
I feel like part of that has to do that there isn't enough women showing the role of what womanhood is. And I can't say what
Hmm.
I know womanhood
Damn.
is because obviously
I
I'm
didn't want to
not
say it.
one.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm only saying it in a sense because I have seen through videos of women who truly are a woman to the core, and then I see their environment and the people they surround themselves with, and I'm like, okay, yes, that makes sense because it was instilled in them
Mm-hmm.
from their environment. And I'm not even gonna say, oh, from a young age. No, because you can learn that. So if you're in an environment that embraces this, you yourself are gonna pick up a couple of things. Like I'm in a household where I'm surrounded by women. I have my little sister and my mother. So I actually have both ends of the spectrum when it comes to age range. So I understand the beginnings of a girl slowly becoming into a woman, because now our little sister is 13, and 2 more years we're gonna be there holding a candle for the quinceañera. While on the other hand, my mom turned just 21. No, I'm playing. Uh, Age like fine wine, So she's currently at 51 years old, coming up right now in January. So I was able to live through the parts from my little sister now, and I was able to live through the parts when I was young with my mother up until she raised me up to where she is now. So I do have an idea of what womanhood is, because living around it, I could see, okay, I am a guy and I do not understand this one bit at all. So let me ask a bunch of questions to my mom to see if I can get an understanding. And from what the questions I've asked and over time of asking, I've understand this. They have a power and an ability to unlock, and I must say everyone, but more in particular, men's potential. We have a power to unlock our own potential, but with ourselves, we have our own mental barriers and obstacles that we ourselves
woman can
create.
Unlock.
And they unlock it naturally, not by them doing something. It's just a natural essence of them that if they understand their man, it's just going to click. And there's no way of explaining it. It's very empowering, because you look back at every man that we view in a position of power. Look at their woman. Look how she's firm, standing by his side, supporting every decision he makes. But every decision he's choosing to make, he's doubting. But it's her empowering him to make those decisions. Because don't get it wrong, everybody understands the struggles of life, and risk and reward. But there's such a motivating factor in a woman that enables us to take these risks, to receive these rewards, and to go even further beyond that sometimes. Because just like there's strength in the power woman, there's strength that comes with us with that. Because teaching a woman as a young age from a male figure, just being involved, does so much in life that they don't even know how, they themselves don't even realize how much they need it now in today's age. Like I fear for my sister on a daily basis, knowing now that my father is no longer here, and that I have to be the figure for her, because I'm the one she's around with constantly. So now I have to be in check, not only as me being a guy, but the type of guy that she has to aspire to find one day. So if I'm someone who's not disciplined, motivated, all this, like, look at all these things that are happening just because for my little sister, like things that I'm doing myself. I'm your typical gamer. Like, if it was up to me, I would love to spend all day gaming. I would love to just mind my own business, eat great food. But no, because of my sister, in my mind, I'm like, no, I have to have a discipline of working out. I have to have the discipline to have a work ethic. I have a discipline to make sure, regardless of how I'm emotionally feeling, I have a duty out there to go do. These are things that I have to instill in her, that she goes out there to find in another person, in another partner, because that's gonna help her in life. A lot of women today now are trying to search for what a man is, but can't even
understand who they are as a woman.
Exactly. Yeah. Understand who. Thank you so much. Yeah, who they are as a woman, to discover that man. Because 100%, there is someone out there for you. But are you yourself sure of who you are and understand yourselves and how you function to able to meet that? And that's a big thing.
Are you able to meet what you require? That's a question every woman should ask themselves, are you able to meet
Yeah.
what you require? And not in the sense of like, because the thing a man needs from a woman is not the same thing a woman is going to need from a man. A woman is going to need for a man to protect, and provide. That's what a woman, and that's what a woman needs us for. We're the head of the households. We're the ones that make the difficult decisions. We're the ones where, if there's a burglar in the first floor, you go down there yourself as a man and protect your household. As a woman, you're required to make sure your man's head is always right on his shoulders. Which and you got to find out what makes your man tick. It's like all women are built the same. Not all men is and all men are built different. You feel me? All women are basically like vessels for life, and they have to be aesthetically beautiful, and because that's the first thing we see as men. And then if they're smart and if they're able to reciprocate our wit and intelligence and interest levels, and that is a bonus, you know. But every man has to go through his own journey, has to go through his own testimonials, his own ups and downs, like his own allegory, really. Like if you talk to different men and like made men, they all go through the same shit differently, and we have to build ourselves, and that is our job because we want to be the best that we can be for a woman. But at the same time, nowadays with modern feminine, not with modern feminism. I don't want to use that term now. I want to say with just modern femininity, not feminism. Modern femininity is, Megan Thee Stallion influencing, and I fuck with Megan Thee Stallion, but it's like Megan Thee Stallion type music and City Girl type music and all that music, just supporting sexual positivity, but are not. It's like I'm selling you cigarettes without telling you the effects of it. It's like sexual positivity for women. What is that exactly? You're opening up your energy portals to different men, and the women who are selling you this are all taken. You know, they all have boyfriends. They all have one man to themselves. And I want to get back to the point, which means we love women and everything, but like we're trying to differentiate between mating partner versus like womanhood value. So it's like mating partner is somebody that we're looking for, not just somebody who's young and beautiful and is a vessel for like to bring a life in, but also someone who reciprocate who we are as people and embraces their womanhood so I can embrace my manhood. And if we have this equal exchange, and I feel like it could be the best partnership in the world. A man and woman partnership, if it's done right, it could be the most powerful thing ever. It's the most grandiose thing ever. But I just think we all have our priorities and our things misconstrued, and we're a little confused as a society. And I think it's causing women to fall more into their masculine side as opposed to embracing their feminine side. And as a man, as a man in manhood, we should take accountability for that as well. Because a lot of us fucked up these women throughout the way, and it's just the world that we have caused. But the more we talk about it, the more we're able to come to a conclusion that all we want is really the same thing. It's just our approach and our way of handling it.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned approach and handling because that's very true. I've seen a video the other day of just some shy guy, right? He's a very good, handsome looking man, but he doesn't exert confidence in him. And this lady just comes up to him and is like, listen, you need to do this. Pop your chest out. Put your shoulders down. Put your hands behind your back. Like literally straighten them out to stand out more confidently. and she told him like you're a very handsome person, like you're very cute. You can't just leave that in there. That's what a woman should do. Like women see something in a man and just pull it out of them. Just pull it out. Like, yo, listen, you have this potential. I'm gonna be here to bring it out, but come on, do. And you have no idea what force that'll bring to us as guys, because the saying goes, women say jump and may say how high. There's a reason it goes like that, because it's true. But at the same time, like Jay said, we have to be responsible for ourselves, because we did create a situation. And talking about it, we need to have a ground where we could find the answer to this, because I feel like there is an answer to this. It's just not being discussed with as individuals. I feel like everyone should be able to come to that realization, but like Jay said, we have our own agendas, our own values that we want to push forward.
What about you, Raj?
If you really want my opinion, I feel like everyone.
This is where we get canceled. I love it.
Yep. We're getting canceled right here, right now. So, look, as far as I'm concerned, literally, women are the men nowadays, and men are the women. Plain and fucking simple. Because we have way too many people wanting to be betas, because they have been hurt in their past. They've been jostled around, and they just don't know how to re-exert the natural primalness that they have buried inside them. And women already are so empowered that they've gotten lost in their own egotisticalness, because either they've gotten hurt one too many times, or they've survived so long on their own that they're independent, or they survive so long on their independence that they don't know the difference between letting someone help them and letting someone sway them. And because of that, there's just a lot of like confusion and emotion and energy that people just don't want to fucking like deal with anymore. Like neither side doesn't want to deal with anybody. It's no one's fault. It's everyone's fucked up somewhere in their lives where they either hurt someone's heart or they've hurt someone's ego. And that ego, and believe it or not, you could do 100 nice things to somebody, but everyone that one person is always gonna remember the one bad thing you did to them. That's always how it's gonna roll. Like, you know, this girl could have cooked him his favorite dinner, could have fucking washed this man's socks, could have cleaned his car, could have fucking wiped down the whole house, but he's never gonna forget that at one time he maybe slapped him on the ass because he didn't like it, and that's what he's gonna bitch and cry about the first thing. No matter how good the girl is, some men are just difficult, and no matter how good the guy is, some women are just too like in their own head, and they just kind of like feel like, oh, well, I was doing much less for myself when I was by myself, and then they want to be that independent woman who need no man kind of bullshit. I rest my case. We're canceled. Have a good night, everybody. I've been holding back for so long already in this whole conversation. I was just like, man, I need to let all this shit out.
Hey, yeah, and I think we made the same point, Rod. Like the women are really like into their masculine energy, and men are shifting more in their feminine. I think as men, we got to be more assertive. We got to be more primal. Obviously, in a respectful, consensual way. But other
is it sad
than
to say that I don't think that works anymore?
I think. What do you mean?
So
being a man?
No. Being a man works, but I'm talking about like the polite part of this. I'm sorry. I'm no Casanova, but I'm also not somebody unfuckable. But it's like one of those points where you kind of go out there and it's like, I feel like women personally, they do like a little bit of abuse because they want you to kind of like be all in their shit, kind of like stand up to them and kind of.
All right, that's crazy.
Question them a little bit. No. Hear me out. No. They want you to kind of like be the tough guy to them when they step up.
All right, you're saying not abuse. You're saying aggressiveness.
No.
You're saying
no. Yeah, aggressiveness. What are you talking about?
Okay.
They like men who are aggressive. Are you kidding me?
They're two different A words. Abuse, aggressiveness. Abuse, aggressiveness.
Yo,
We got more syllables
tomato,
in
tomato. Yo, tomato, bro. At the end of the day, the bitch is looking at you and you're going like,
man.
Daddy, how much harder?
Oh,
All right,
we're
so
canceled.
Roger's saying, imagine we're definitely canceling Roger. I swear to God.
Again, aggressive. Again, whatever the case is. Look, they like a man who wants to kind of step up to them and kind of like be more assertive with themselves and be kind of like involved in everything that's going on with them because they like that attention. They want you to chase. They want you to be after them. And you know what? Most guys nowadays, they don't got either the attention span, the will, or the time, because they think about it and they just go, oh, well, she's gonna make me work so hard for it. Well, obviously she's high maintenance. Oh, I guess I don't want it. And then that turns them off and then they walk away. And on the other hand, there's people so thirsty that they'll jump hoops, but girls will just like pull them along like a little puppy dog, just like, come on, baby. I want to see how many more hoops you're gonna jump through for me. There's a fine line that you kind of have to cross and figure out, because that's like the whole game nowadays. This is all a fucking game of chess. And honestly, the girls play way better than the guys nowadays. And that's the sad part.
Nah, the girls move more than the guys.
All right, final rephrase.
Yeah, because
the queen can move many spaces.
A queen can move many spaces because of her looks, right? A girl can get places. You could see a girl working a waitress job, then see her fucking in a yacht the next day because of her looks. Us men, like, and that's the thing. That's and that's where the ego thing that Roger said comes in, because a girl believes that just because her looks got her somewhere, that's gonna last forever, or that's gonna be a source of happiness for them, or income. Who knows? But like, it's not a long-term thing. These things that especially a lot of nowadays modern girls do. And so I guess our responsibility as men is just to be men and just build ourselves, and then eventually the woman of value that we're looking for and the type of woman we want will show up. Will show up on our path. Just as long as we go on the correct path. I think it's just about what path you take. You attract what you are. You feel me? So I feel the more we embrace our manhood, the more we'll find women embracing their femininity. I think I've attracted women that were, like embracing a little bit more of their masculine energy while I was embracing more of my feminine. I think now I've shifted and now I'm more of my masculine energy. And now the woman that I used to be attracted to, I'm not attracted to anymore, because it's like, wow, it's like now I'm attracted to more female energy now that I've shifted into my manhood. Mm-hmm. So it's about the mind states that people are in, and then also just the way life has gone for them at that given time and moment. And I think the world is complicated as it is. As men and women, we shouldn't be looking to prove ourselves right to the other. I think we should just learn to like really understand what we want from each other. Not really understand ourselves individually, but overall, man and woman, what we should, not what we want from each other, because that's just bias, and it's what we should require from each other. What is a man should I do, and what is a woman should I do, and can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Okay, if it's yes on both ends, and that can make an arrangement for a good thing.
Damn,
yeah, guys.
If I get nothing but bitches, does that make me a bitch?
Nah, I mean, like, hey, bro, like, what would you rather have? A key that can open many locks, or a lock that could just open to any key? You feel me? Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
So many keyholes, I just can't help myself. I can't help it. There's so many keyholes out there. Anyway, what?
Nah, but yeah, I agree with what Jay was saying though, because a lot back in the day, it was like whoever got home first jumped on the chores.
Like, no, actually, back in the day, it would be a woman stayed at home and then did everything and cooked, cooked and cleaned and did the chores, and man, I would pay for this house, this shelter, and provide for you and protect you and treat you with respect. And
Okay,
I
let me
think
let me
that's
rephrase
how it
back
should
in the
be.
day. Let me rephrase back in the day. I don't mean that back in the day. All right. Roughly a decade or two ago. There we go.
I mean, yeah, I understand that, and you can't. If a woman wants her career, her own money, I mean, you know, she can do that, but if it means that she won't be there for my child, I don't think like I don't know. That's not something I would
Well,
want like
yeah,
a stay-at-home mom.
I'm just involving with two people at that point. And the children, that's a family dynamic. That's a whole different dynamic that I was thinking about. Yeah, no, I
No,
agree
no,
with you.
yeah, I'm thinking of the family dynamic. I'm thinking of family.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
got
you're
you.
talking about two people. I got you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know what you
I thought of it a two people aspect.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I think we had a good discussion on that. I don't think we made any concrete points, but I think like we made some logical excerpts, to that people that we could spoon feed people. Because it's nothing is concrete when it comes to dating. Some men are submissive to women, and some women want to dominate men, and sometimes that works out. Sometimes women want to be stay-at-home moms and cook, clean, and take care of things at the house, and be at parent-teacher conferences and all that. And the man provides, makes money, takes the family on vacation. Some people like that shit. You feel me? It's like to each their own. But I think the best way, in my view, for me, in my personal opinion, is man embrace your manhood and woman embrace your femininity, and not and be equal on be so sovereign individuals, but not equal to each other. Like, women shouldn't be like to try to be a man. They should try to be the woman in their best form. So yeah, guys. Speaking of women in their best form, Nicki Minaj was in the Call of Duty trailer. Yeah, have you guys seen the Call of Duty trailer with Lil Baby,
Yeah,
Nicki Minaj?
yeah, I fuck with it. I like it. I'm excited. MW2 is coming back, bro. Toxic lobbies are back, bro. You better
What
catch
do you
all
guys
these
think about
beats.
MW2 coming back?
Um,
Eh.
so I'm all right. So Roger's because he didn't live through the first era. So I can speak from someone who
What the fuck?
experienced.
What the fuck were you doing around that time, Raj?
Nintendo 64.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not lying. I was
I
gonna
respect
say
it.
it's either that or Dragon Ball.
or just generally PS2 at that point. I mean, I
Yeah,
I did not get online gaming like that. It's not until like I was like 16, bro, because I did not need an Xbox to save my life. And then like when I got into it, like I don't know, not too many people got on like that. Well, around when I was getting on these games, so I was usually
yeah,
playing by myself.
Gotcha.
So
yeah.
I mean, again, I guess the games are fun. I guess if you get in the vibe with it and you kind of like roll through it.
It's an
But
experience.
at the
It's
end, at the end of
like
the day, you're playing another shooter that's going to become even more fast paced than the last one. Congratulations,
nah.
you're just getting more
See
skins.
that's why I say you're putting this in an FPS, and that's why I differentiate it from FPS to an experience because there's a differentiator on that. You could tell me any other COD game, I agree with you, but I will not accept it for only two, MW2 and Black Ops, because those are experiences. There was something gained aside from I'm playing a shooter. Because you got to think about it. It was the first
That's yeah,
time.
Black Ops. Black Ops for me, yeah, for sure, was an
Yeah, that's what I'm
experience.
saying.
And I
Like
never like Call of Duty games like that to
until
those games.
MW2 and Black Ops.
hmm
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There was something there because MW1 started the wave of like, oh
The lore,
yeah,
yeah.
this is how games are gonna be from this point on. This is the standard. Oh no, this is gonna be great. MW2 comes out. I feel like they did the Spider-Man effect with it with the Raimi trilogy.
Mm,
One was really good. Then two
it's
comes
good,
out, blows it
yeah.
out the fucking water. You're like, God damn, how can we come back from this? You can't. You're here already. Everything from here on now, I'm not saying it's gonna be worse, but
It's
it's
just
not
gonna be
gonna be
lackluster
as
compared
good.
to it.
Exactly. Lackluster compared to exactly. Because like think about it, it's the first time you get introduced to a nuke. What? 25 kill streak? Nobody thought of that like pre that game. And then not only did you flex a 25 kill streak, you literally decide to end the game. So imagine, like, again, going back to like, it's not a first person. Like, imagine you just join. Oh, let me play this match. Ends because the enemy team got a nuke. Wow, I just got murked as soon as I logged in. The lobbies, you learn how to trash talk and defend yourself. You didn't. It
Toxic ass lobbies.
Yo, toxic ass lobbies, bro. The most toxic
I can't wait.
lobbies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're back.
They're bringing
It's
toxic
back.
lobbies back.
Bro, it's over in the
a
demos.
Warzone, right?
In the
Oh, the
Warzone
demos?
demos. The demos that we're getting, the betas. There we go.
The
With
betas.
the beta gameplay,
All right,
bro. I already saw one clip and it just brought me back to like fucking '07. I was like, oh shit, we're really here again, huh?
Any other
yeah,
things
man.
in gaming news?
Let's see. I think if I recall, what franchise is celebrating 30 years? Some games and franchise is celebrating 30 years. I'm trying to remember from the top of my head. Well, I mean, the Mario movies dropped a trailer recently.
Oh yeah, what'd you guys think of the Mario trailer?
Everything's amazing. But
Except Chris
I don't
Pratt's
know.
voice.
Chris Pratt's voice.
Again, everyone's got the same
Bro.
controversy. Thank you. That's all we have to say.
Bro.
Good night, everybody.
I saw the French trailer. The French trailer has Mario sounding like Mario.
Not the French. They already
So I'm
got
looking at-
croissant.
A croissant, exactly. Yeah, so I'm here looking like I'm about to watch this shit French dubbed. Just to
I'm
get
about to watch
Mario's
shit in French.
just to
Not
get
in
Mario's
French.
legit reaction, bro. Like,
Bro. Magic Kingdom, here we come. What the fuck was that?
mm-hmm.
Oh,
So Jack Black
man.
as Bowser, bro.
No, Jack Black as Bowser.
That
killing
was
it.
a beautiful
Fucking
casting.
But I don't like. I like. There was no doubt in my mind that Jack Black wasn't gonna kill that. You get me? It was like, oh, Jack Black
of
killed it.
course.
What else is new? You know? Like,
Yeah, basically.
You know,
basically.
it wasn't even like, oh shit, Jack Black. No, it was more like, oh, Jack Black killing shit as usual. You know?
He's like, I
what
played
else is
Panda
new?
before. I can do Turtle.
No. The minute I heard his voice, I was in tears. I was like, yes, they're still bringing my boy to movies. Let's go. I was losing my shit.
You
when I heard.
you
when I
guys
heard
saw the meme I sent you about the Smash Bros initiative?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm excited. If that really does happen, I would be excited for this movie. Though I wouldn't know how they would plot that.
Oh,
Master Hand comes through.
yeah, Master Hand with the bizarre versions of them, with the metal versions of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or
Right?
Porygon forms.
All right, Hollywood, Nintendo, we're available. Just letting you know, we're available for writing. Just saying.
Yeah. And Marvel, Spider-Man 2099. I mean, that's just me, but like the brothers could join in. they have good imagination, great imagination.
No, but back to the COD. Like, that was dope. You know, the trailer looking good, getting people hyped up. I like little babies that chant, everybody marching.
Yeah. Little baby, I'm not gonna lie, little baby is in his bag, bro. And like, I'm not gonna lie, he's one of the few like hip hop superstars like him, Lil Durk. I like ESCG. I like a lot of the people who are still in their street shit, but are making like not street shit like in the sense of still in the streets, but like making like still street music and club music, and you know, still making their hits and are able to transition into like brand deals such as these. You know, it's great for hip hop, but it's also like it gives hip hop more credibility as a stable like genre and brand, but it also like it's big for hip hop, but I'm glad it's like doing that for Little Baby as well, because like he's been hot since he's been hot like fish grease since he came out. You feel me? So that's great. And you know, just to get into some drama, it was supposed to be I think it was supposed to be Cardi B instead of Nicki Minaj on that thing. Yeah, but I think because Cardi B had like multiple like lawsuits and like shit going on with her that like like her brain was a little tainted, so they
You know
couldn't
what
go
makes
along with that.
sense? Because we did see her in the Black Ops one, like not too long ago.
Oh yeah. Cardi B, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think it was for Warzone or something like that.
It might have been, and now they got Nikki. But I'm not
Mhm.
mad, you know. I know you guys are not into this, but you know I kind of am because you know like I'm the gamer that in here that like loves hip hop. So you know they have a beef. They have like this thing on going on. You know like there's this thing with women music artists that they never like each other for some reason. More the hip hop than the R&B ones, but for some reason they just never like each other. And that's a whole different topic for a whole other pot of women not
Mhm.
liking each other in the same environment and or workplace. Because that has made a that makes interesting that has made for interesting content in my day. Women not liking each other and being in the same environment.
I could give you stories.
But yeah, guys,
Another
yeah,
pod.
so like back to the trailer. So Chris Pratt, you know, we're not looking forward to it that much, but it's still a Mario movie. You know,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. You know, Black Panther tickets are out too. I don't know if you
Mm.
guys copped, but I copped.
Nah, I copped the One Piece
Mm.
tickets.
Yeah, bro. One Piece is sounding super lit right now.
Wait, One Piece tickets? What you what?
Oh no,
Jay's tuned.
Jay. So,
Oh no.
One Piece Red is coming out November 4th. The movie about
Nani?
Shanks.
Nani? The meaty.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about this. Where have you been?
I don't know. I haven't been here. You guys been
He's in
playing
Wano.
GTA?
Mm,
That's
yeah.
true. That is true. This is factual.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah,
a
but
5 is fun.
I think I'm like 2 episodes behind on One Piece. We should talk about anime on too. We should make
Yo,
good time for anime.
I would love to
whenever
talk about it.
Oh,
we could talk about that for eternity.
are you guys gonna watch Bleach?
Hell yeah.
Came out today, Raj.
Yeah, it
I
came out
hope you
today.
saw it.
I know.
Oh,
I
so
dude. I'm giving it some time. I'm gonna wait
so
for 3
both of you
episodes so
on
I
it
can
like
start binging.
that? Oh
Yeah.
my god, both of you on it like that? I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yo,
Yeah,
look,
so
But
as far as I'm
I chose
concerned,
you.
I'm
You.
not
I,
watching. Okay, hold on, wait.
I
I'm just gonna say I'm not watching any episodes until I get 3 episodes in. Oh, hearing that the third episode's out, then I'm gonna do a small binge watch on it. See what's up.
respect it. Respect it. I'm not gonna
And Yu
watch
Yu
Bleach though.
Hakusho?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I went with Yu Yu Hakusho, guys.
good, good. I'm so glad you did.
It's a good choice.
So I'll
Yeah.
say it like this: the same creator of Yu Yu Hakusho did Hunter x Hunter.
Oh,
So
okay.
so you have an idea if you want to transition into it. Ant's opinion earlier was crazy though. When he said that it was mid, I was like, "Yo, you out."
Hey,
But yeah,
well, fucking Ouija recommended One Piece, and
yeah.
I was like puppet.
About
I was like puppet
that.
me.
Dude, that was too funny. I'm like, you're really recommending the person who like binges this to watch One Piece? All right, okay. Like I'm not even there. I mean, I'm there manga wise, but like, anime wise, I'm still in Punk
Yeah.
Hazard. I just met the fucking dragon.
Jeez. Oh yeah, which reminds me that I'm rewatching Shippuden. Oh man, guys.
Mm.
Yeah. I think
That's who it
Naruto.
is. It's Naruto.
No,
30 years. That's who it was.
20 years.
I was
20
thinking
years.
of
20 years.
20 years. My bad. Yeah, I was thinking of a game franchise, and this was Naruto over 20 years.
You saw the remastered the Sasuke
The
Naruto
whole
fight that I
clip,
sent you?
bro,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. That
So
shit
much
was.
nostalgia. So much
Oh
nostalgia,
my
bro.
god.
When they
Yeah,
had like
nostalgia
the
for me for
each
3 years ago.
intro, nostalgia for us, yeah, right. Freaking when they had all the intros playing at the right arcs, I was like, oh, you guys are killing me right now. Freaking loved hearing the "We are fighting." Fighting dreamer. Like, yo, hearing that song again, bro. With
Oh,
like seeing Naro.
right now.
Exactly.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I'm on Shippuden right now. Naruto just defeated Kurama. He just took his chakra.
Mm.
Um yeah.
Spoiler alert for
So
anybody who hasn't watched it, but at this point, if
I
you
mean, but at
haven't
this
watched
point,
it,
if you
go
haven't
fuck
watched it,
yourself.
yeah, bro, honestly.
But
But
anyway,
yeah. Yeah, bro. He just like he thanked Kushina, bro. Oh man, like Kushina, oh man, like that whole Minato, like that shit always like fucks me up, bro. And he's like
Kushina's a perfect example of like
of
womanhood.
woman, of the perfect woman. Yeah.
Yeah, womanhood. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Womanhood, yeah. Yeah, bro.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I do aspire one day to be like Minato and have a Minato Kushina.
Oh, is it because she's
like,
redhead, bro?
relationship.
She's like,
Oh my god. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, he's a sucker. It's not anything else. It's just the
putting the
hair.
math together, bro. I was putting the math together. I'm like, wait a minute, Kushina, and then I thought about
Wait.
it because I thought
Did I
about it
make
because I
Kevin
thought about
Minito?
you. Kevnato?
Yo, bro, I'm so tired of this guy, bro. Everything redhead, he just goes like, "Give me."
What makes it even worse, bro, is that like I did post a Kushina together, and then at the time when I was with my
You cut
ex,
off.
I did. Oh, again? Is my controller dying?
PTSD. You post a picture of what in the who now?
I was saying I
Picture of Minato
posted.
and Kushina.
Yeah, and then I posted one after about me and my ex doing the same angle as them. So it was like, oh, okay, cool. So that is
Yeah,
ironic.
that's fun. That's funny because I was watching her and then I was watching it this morning and she was explaining to Naruto that like people used to bully her because of her red hair, and then I was like, red hair. I was like, oh, this is Kevin's dream, bitch.
Wait,
Funny too,
too.
because Minato's like really, really like everyone looks at him as like the soft-spoken one too, and that's how I really am as well. I'm very soft-spoken. Then you piss off my friends, and I'm like, all right.
I was about to say, is this soft spoken where?
Oh yeah, sorry. In comparison, I'm soft-spoken.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Any other topics, guys? Anything else written down?
Nah, I think we got
No,
everything
dude.
done.
We. Oh, wait. You know what we forgot about?
What?
Black Panther.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it a little bit.
Black Panther, my guys. Black
Second
Panther.
trailer.
Yeah,
Oh, the second
Papa.
trailer. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta
Thoughts,
talk
opinions? What's
about.
going on?
All right, who's gonna go first?
No, Jay, you do it. Me and Kevin have been starting up a little bit.
All right. Okay. Black Panther. I think that they had an amazing story with Chadwick, and to come back from that, and from the looks of these two trailers, make this happen. I think they're gonna do it justice. And if correct me if I'm wrong, but we did see Namor with the winged feet, and he's propelling. He has like this propulsion with his feet also that he could skip around from like in the air. He skips around in the air, kind of like Sanji.
Mm-hmm.
So he has that power. And in the comics, Namor is the first mutant. So we could be being introduced to mutants at this point with Namor, like the actual word mutant and all that, and like and the X-Men, and he's the first one. So we're entering that world, right? The rumor behind. Oh, let me before I get to the rumor. We also see Shuri as Black Panther, right? Like that's who I'm assuming is gonna, like, that's who looks like is under the Black Panther suit. But there's rumors that there's also multiple Black Panthers. There's gonna be an all woman Black Panther with maybe a Okoye, maybe Maybe who's the wife, the girlfriend of T'Challa. I forgot her name, but she could be one. And then you also got Riri Williams. She's gonna be Ironheart, so she's gonna be in her iron suit. So this is gonna shape up to be like an all woman power like it's gonna be like a woman movie. Like I feel like it's gonna be woman empowerment movie and that's what it's gonna be concentrated on. And I think and another rumor is I don't know if you guys heard this, but another rumor is also that Mr. Doom is gonna be Doctor Doom, my bad. Doctor Doom is gonna be
The main
the
villain.
antagonizing, not the I don't want to say the main villain, but the antagonizer, the one behind the scenes.
Mm.
Yeah, like I think Namor is going to be the main villain, but I think he's going to be more of an antagonist, and the antagonizer, the real villain, is going to be Doctor Doom. So yeah, he's going to be the main villain, but I don't think we're going to see like a final battle with him. You get what I'm
You
saying?
guys think M'Baku is gonna be Black Panther, or
What? You cut
M'Baku?
off.
Do you think he's
Or
gonna be
what?
a Black Panther or a temporary Panther?
Um, I think he'd be great for it, but there is a chance that they might bring back Michael B. Jordan. That's also
Ooh.
another thing going around speculation.
Killmonger comes back. I'm playing King's Dead.
Yeah,
Straight
King's
up.
in with this shit. All right. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the trailer?
I mean, bro, you brought up a lot of good points. Like, again, the fact that Doctor Doom is finally getting into the series is a big play into like how Marvel should be about their next like few movies.
Hold on, Raj. You're cutting off. Am I the only one
Oh, yeah.
hearing it?
No, yeah, I hear it too.
Am I cutting off bad?
Yeah, a
Nah,
little
not
bit.
bad. Just like
A little
time.
bit in that section though. You were cutting off bad. Like
Okay.
you kept cutting off, but
Okay,
not
so
you don't. It's not consistent.
okay, so again, the fact that we're getting Doctor Doom in the middle of all this is such a big bullet point because now we're gonna start seeing like the gears turning for like what's to come for future of like Marvel. Like this opens up a big avenue for like villains coming back because remember if we're going off of comic books, like let's think about that. You know, there's a possibility that Doctor Doom might start reviving villains because he's experimenting on them, influencing them, all this crazy shit. And then on top of that, with all the entire female Black Panther like tribe at this point, that's gonna be such a like a big like little movement into apparently okay. So this was a comic I got told about. Apparently, there's one where like the Infinity Stones get brought back somewhere along the lines of this, and apparently it becomes like a Wakandan necklace, like a different version of it. I'm wondering if like we're gonna get a repeat of Infinity Stones coming back, and then we'll have like the Wakanda Forever freaking necklace because that it's supposed to be like the Infinity Gauntlet, but it's just a bunch of jewels on a necklace that can be worn with the Wakanda suit. Because that would be a crazy concept. Imagine that Black Panther owning the Infinity Stones, like just the superhero itself, Black Panther owning the Infinity Stones.
I would think that would be great. I just think it wouldn't make sense like movie wise. I think that'd be great for like a cartoon or like a
A what
comic
if?
storyline. Yeah, or
No,
what
yeah,
if
that's what
storyline.
I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying.
But
Like these are all concepts that have happened
Yeah.
in comics.
Yeah, but I don't want to be that guy, but there's one me you haven't bring it just because you haven't gotten involved with it, bro. You're missing Kang, man, and you gotta get on Loki, bro. I'm getting tired of telling you this, but you gotta get on it.
Oh man,
I
you haven't
know.
watched Loki?
No, I haven't caught
Like,
up.
you know what?
we
Raj is
shouldn't even be
banned from
talking.
talking
We shouldn't even
Marvel
be
until
talking.
he
Yeah,
catches up.
bro.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say,
shouldn't even
yeah,
be
at this
talking,
point.
bro. I'm sorry, Raj. Like, I love you, bro, but you shouldn't even be talking Marvel if you haven't watched fucking Loki, bro. Man, Loki. It's not even that Loki you can
And
miss
no,
it.
it's not
It's
even
Loki is
Loki. No, you
necessary.
just the story
It's
that happened in
necessary,
Loki.
bro. It's
Yeah, it's
necessary.
so
No, it's canon.
necessary.
It's so
It's
canon.
too canon.
It's
It's too
so
canon.
canon. Yeah, it's too. It's Nick Cannon, bro.
My boy said it's Nick Cannon.
Like,
Damn, I've been
no,
shut
no.
down from talking about like my one topic. Okay, I'll fuck off.
Don't fuck off. Just go
No,
watch
don't fuck
Loki.
off.
Yeah, yo,
Don't
guys,
come back.
this has been a Hooligan High. I will see you around. This is Roger signing off.
All right, you could talk about the trailer. What else you liked about the trailer? But that's it. You can't talk about plots or storylines or anything else. What else you liked about the trailer, Raj? Since you haven't watched Loki and you don't know what the fuck is going on, man. I'm so mad, bro. Raj hasn't watched
Yo, for
fucking
real.
Loki,
He's
bro.
freaking Doctor Doom and I'm. Where's Kang all of this? Like that's what's going on in my mind when he's saying that.
Well, we are in the multiverse saga, so Kang is in the quantum realm, because of Ant-Man, and that has to do with the multiverse. And Doctor Doom, he's the one that does the Secret Wars, so he's the one with the multiverse. So Rogers, we're onto something here. Something is gonna happen with both of them, where it's gonna be a Secret War type event.
Who would you want
So
to
I,
see appearing in Marvel now that we got that opportunity coming?
what do you mean?
Like, what comic book character that hasn't been introduced yet would you like to be introduced?
Shit, that's a good point. That's a good, not a good point, but a good question. Fuck.
This is just me, personal. I want to see Gwen. I want to see Spider-Woman. Like, they did such a good job with her
This
into
guy
the
acting like,
Spider-Verse.
yeah, I was like Into the Spider-Verse doesn't exist, bro. Like,
No, I'm saying like,
there's
they
your
did such a
Gwen
good
right there, like a
job.
solo movie.
Not a solo,
Like a solo
movie,
story?
but okay. I know we just got Miles, but I want more Spider-Man, bro. That's just me. Like, you putting out 2099 early was such a one thing. I just want more Spider-Man in general. Like, give me more Spider stories of everybody. Give me Nor. Give me freaking damn. What was the Peter Parker? No, give me the storyline where Otto has to be Peter Parker, bro. Give me that storyline.
Oh yeah, that shit goes hard. But you see that's the problem with Sony, is that they're creating their own storylines and their own plots that with the Spider-Man IP, that it not tying to the Marvel IP is just like, okay, then what are we building this up for? But speaking on that, there has been a leak of somebody wearing a suit, and it like I heard this rumor. I don't know who it was. I think it was, let me make sure to shout it out. The Cosmic Wonder, like a YouTube channel that I watch when I get on my nerdy shit. He always has information, and he had information about Spider-Man, and it could be that that they're making what's his face, the Russian villain, because I don't know why Kang the Conqueror
Rhino?
keeps coming up in my head. No, the Russian, no, the other Russian villain, the Hunter,
Craven?
talking
Craven
about
the
Falcon?
Hunter.
No, Craven.
No, I'm talking about Craven the Hunter. There you go. I was gonna say Kang the Hunter, but it's like I knew it was another K. Craven the Hunter. Yeah, Craven. So the plot was that what if Madam Web, right, does everything that she did in Tom Holland's universe, that she did everything for Peter, for Andrew, and that she's doing all these in multiple Spider-Man universes, and this new Madam Web movie is going to take place in the past with a young Uncle Ben and a young Aunt May. And what if, like, Craven the Hunter is going to be the multiversal hunter for all these Spider-Man? So he's going to go in every multiverse
shit.
and gather the Sinister Six. The
Dude,
multiversal
that
Sinister
could
Six.
fucking work. I could see that.
That could work. That could
Very
work. Yeah.
Fuck getting Gwen. Give me that storyline now.
Yeah.
Yo.
That was what I listened to. And when I heard that, bro, I was like as soon as he said Craven the Hunter and multiversal hunting the Spider-Man, I was like, ooh, that is a really good movie because then it ties into like my ideas for what I'm writing for 2099 and like I'm like, oh shit, then like I could just fit this shit right in there, huh? Because yeah, well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it out loud because it's just a fucking great idea, bro. I'll tell you off mic if anything. Tell you guys off mic. Yeah, because it's a fucking genius idea. I think I've told you bits and pieces of it, Kevin, but it's like a genius idea.
Okay.
But yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited because people are not excited for the Sony versus Spider-Man material, but I am because Spider-Man material is Spider-Man material. So
I blame
like
marketing
even
team for that
Morbius,
though.
even Morbius, like I
And
was
it's funny
excited
how
for
you
that,
mentioned that.
but like that was a shitty movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was a shitty movie. That's not even marketing. It was just shitty movie at that point. You know.
But
Um.
but here's my thing though. Here's my thing. Like, yes, it is a shitty movie, but do you make it a shittier movie because of your expectations of the marketing?
Yeah. Because the expectations were set so high that it became an even shittier movie. Yep, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we couldn't. It's cursed, but everything else, man. Like I don't know. Me personally, this is how I looked at it when them taking out everything that involves Spider-Man from that movie. I was like, oh shit, Oscorp is involved.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Oscorp is involved. You got a Toby
yeah,
Spider.
Spider suit. Fucking
Yeah,
Miles Keaton in the end. Like, yo, come on,
yeah.
man. Like, how you
Oh,
setting up? How you setting up a Jenga tower and then you remove a block in the middle of setting it up?
now with what I just said with the Craven the Hunter thing, all this can make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Morbius thing could make with Michael Keaton, all that. Madam Web, Madam Web might be the one taking people from in universe and out. You feel me? Like exchanging people in and out. She could be fucking toying with that. Like that's why it could work. You feel me? Like, and then with the
Mm-hmm.
Craven the Hunter thing, Michael Keaton and fucking Morbius being together, and then Craven the Hunter finding them, that shit could work. And then creating like their own version of a Sinister team. Like it could be like Sinister Seven. Like you never know. Like it could go fucking nuts. And that's what gets me excited because then brings a possibility of multiple Spider-Man. It brings a possibility of the 90s cartoon storyline. You remember the 90s cartoon storyline where
Yes,
they
sir.
end up meeting at the end he ends up meeting Stan Lee.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Like
my god.
like that is some crazy shit. So if they do something like that, like with the Secret Wars and all that shit, like it could fucking work. But what about you, Mister? I haven't watched Loki.
Really? I'm going there. This is how the podcast is going already.
This
Hey,
is
listen,
how
bro.
it's gonna end.
Listen, I got
Just-
bullied
just
into
say
it
it.
like the same way. I got bullied into the same way, bro. Don't take it
No,
personal.
this fact. It's fact. He really did. I really did that to
All
him,
right,
Raj.
don't
I'm
take
not
it
even gonna
personal.
lie.
Yo, Loki. Okay.
Nah, cause it got to a point where I was like, "Yo, Kev, you gotta watch it." It's like, "Kev, you gotta watch it." It's like, "Yo, Kev, I'm tired of you not fucking watching this shit." You motherfucker.
It got so bad, bro. Like he got so excited to tell me to talk about stuff, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Kevin,
bro.
don't mention Marvel to me until you
Yeah,
fucking watch this."
yeah.
I'm like,
That's
"All right, I'm sorry,
exactly
bro."
what happened. That's exactly what happened. No, and Kevin was worse because along with Loki, he hadn't even watched What If either.
What if Captain Wilton?
Yeah,
Captain
Captain
Wilton
America.
Soldier.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
definitely
No,
I have watched that too.
WandaVision, bro. I did
definitely watched that.
everything.
Yeah, I definitely watched that.
See, did
Hey,
everything
but the part that's
in one go.
like irks
In
me
one
about
go.
you, Raj, is that you watch the one that's the most you haven't watched the one that's most necessary. It's like at least Kevin, you didn't save Loki for last, right?
No, that bro. I think
I
that's
think that was the first
no, I think
one,
it was
right? The first,
no.
or
It was
second one,
Wanda.
right?
There was the second one. Yeah, Loki was the second thing I consumed. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait. Hold up. No, I think I left Loki. No, I left Loki for last, bro, because the timeline.
Okay,
I was trying to do it the Marvel timeline way. Yeah. So I was trying to set myself up to like watch everything that way. When No Way Home came out, everything was aligned for me.
Yeah, Loki's canon, but yeah, Loki's canon. I just gotta say that, bro. All right. I think we should wrap it up, boys. I think.
Wait, hold up. Roger never got a chance to
Oh
talk
right,
about what
yeah,
he's
yeah, my
thinking.
bad, my bad.
What am I talking about?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
All the shit we just spoke about, Raj.
Well, dude, look. As far as I'm concerned, the big thing I want to see happen for Spider-Man for the future is very simple. I just want the big three to come back together because of another fucking crazy ass time paradox. And I want Miles Morales to go through it so they have a four-way and call it a day.
Oh my God, get Miles involved. Yes, Roger. I am 100% with it.
I want Miles,
Miles,
in it.
get 2099.
Yeah, no. All we need
And
is
get
Miles.
Gwen.
No.
Gwen.
No.
We need 6 Spider-Man. We need 6 Spider-Man.
Oye, ponte tranqui. Hold on. Wait the fuck up. So, oye, it's very simple.
Funny.
Yo, bro, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so, God damn it, you guys got me laughing. No, because look, we don't want to throw an overconsumption of Spider-Man. We need to leave plot.
The fuck we don't. Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. I was gonna say,
nigga, you want to throw every bit of content of Spider-Man?
Thank you very much.
No, bitch. You want to throw every last little bit of Spider-Man into one movie so you don't have any other Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yes, we want to build
Our opinions
up
are completely different. No, I
we
want to enjoy Spider-Man slowly. I don't want to fucking get everything at once.
Hey, yo.
All right, calm down, MJ.
Yeah. Calm down, Raj Stacy. Holy shit.
Damn. Yeah, I know it's getting late. That's how I know I'm already talking dirty.
It really is. It went from hooligan hours to demon hours real quick.
For real.
But I get you. No, but I get you with the oversaturation. But I want the oversaturation to be built up. So like each Spider-Man gets a solo movie type shit. Like Miles deserves it for sure. Gwen deserves it for sure, and 2099 deserves it for sure. And
Okay,
then
but
like
that's what I'm
honorable
saying.
mentions would be like Noir, and maybe like the six-legged Spider-Man.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, everyone can do their own movie, and then I just want to see a big movie where they all collaborate. That's what I'm
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
No. But you're talking about no. When this argument was being made, I was talking about like I don't want all the Spider-Man to just happen in one movie. That was my argument.
Oh, like without
And you
build-up,
guys were
build-up.
judging me for that, so that's
Without
all I'm trying to
build-up.
tell you.
Without build-up, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
I mean, that's understandable.
I want each one to kind of do their thing. Everything happens, and then then I want the big four to happen, and then I want everyone else to happen. That's how I'm thinking. Like I want Miles to meet the other three, and then everyone can come in after.
Which okay, guys, here's a good question based off that idea. Which Peter you think teaches Miles?
Tom.
You think Tom?
I mean, Tom, it has to be the cliche.
It has to be Tom.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look, if it really was going to be anybody, I mean, if the
it could be Andrew.
The politically correct, yes, the politically correct would be Andrew because he's the oldest technically.
No. Toby was the oldest.
It would be Toby.
I'm just saying
Tobey Maguire. No, Tobey Maguire. Sorry, that's what
I would say Andrew just because he's been through shit, and then so he could mentor Miles with dealing with the shit. But then Toby is like more experienced. But I feel like it would be like more of a sensei student relationship more than hey, I'm
Batman,
showing
Robin
you the ropes.
Shit.
Yeah, it'd be Batman and Robin type shit than actually like, hey, I know like I've been doing this a little bit longer than you. I'm just a few years older. Like I could show you the ropes. Like that's the type of mentorship that they have in the video game. Like it's like, oh, you're like you're like my little brother. I'm gonna show you the ropes of this shit. Now that we both got this power. But the way it's been represented in the movie has been more of a Batman and Robin, right, Kev?
100%. That's why the video game, I guess it's because obviously a game has hours to build upon that, and a movie only got 2 to 2.5, depending on your length. Pause.
Damn, Demon Hour. It's taking us all.
but
hell won't be the only thing raising tonight. Wait, what?
Oh, yo, look, the devil's advocate's already over here, man. Me and Kevin are.
Raj?
Yeah, me slapping a girl's ass.
Hi, how you doing?
I know I'm the devil's avocado, but this ain't the only healthy fat. All right, my bad, guys. It's that time. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just shooting.
We're just gonna close it here. Imagine.
This has been a hooligan high. I've closed this out myself like 9 different times. I'm sorry.
All right. So, like to sum it up, we all want Spider-Man material for the most
Hell
part.
yeah.
It's just we want to make sure that everything is made into to respect Spider-Man and like what that IP brings to the table. It's not to like I don't want it to be a money grab. I think we all don't want it to be a money grab or like a rushed plot. We want it if Sony's gonna take charge of that Spider-Verse, I think we want it to slowly build up and develop and develop into one big story. And I think that's what most fans want, and I'm hoping that Sony does that shit because it'll be epic as fuck for real, like for real.
They need to start
All
with doing X-Men right, and then we can start moving from there.
Which reminds me, yeah, they played that in a Disney Plus show, Raj, in the live action Disney Plus show. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I got spoiled.
Yeah, but you asked for it. I asked you if you wanted.
I did that. Definitely saving for another binge watch for the. Actually, no, I don't have to wait no more. Wakanda Forever is coming next month, so yeah, I can start my binge watching now. Let's go.
Yep. What do you need? You need She-Hulk and the other one, right?
I'm still on Hawkeye, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hawkeye you could do without.
See, everyone's telling me that about Hawkeye, right? And then
But
I feel like it's the same
the last
thing for
episode
She-Hulk.
you should watch. Oh yeah. You She-Hulk you could do without, except the last 2 episodes.
Okay.
I would
And
watch
then-
the one with I would watch 3 episodes from She-Hulk. The one with Abomination, and then the last 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Sorry
I
for
still got
anyone
Moon
listening.
Knight.
What happened?
Has this hard
Still
for
got
anyone
Moon
listening? The spoilers.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Nah, Moon Knight was oh bro, and then there's Werewolf by Night. Bro, I just watched that. Yo.
Wait, that's another thing?
That's another thing, Werewolf by Night, yeah. So they're starting to introduce monsters.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro. And that one's actually one of the best. It felt like unique. It felt like when I watched WandaVision or Loki, like it felt like its own unique thing.
That's all I need to hear, bro. That's all I need to hear.
Yep.
Bro. I still remember the feeling, like obviously
The feeling,
recent
right?
for me.
Like
But
it's like the
just-
Marvel feeling.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I got that in Strange. I got that in Shang-Chi.
No
I didn't
Way
get that in
Home.
Internals. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get it in Internals. I got it in definitely in No Way Home. I didn't get it in Internals. I didn't get it in Thor 4. I didn't
Yeah, me either. I didn't get in Thor 4, unfortunately.
Like-
on Thor, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm shooting air balls. I'm sorry. It's late.
He said Kobe
Yeah.
and he fucking threw it over the hoop.
Yeah. that was more like Shaq.
Oh my god.
Oh, you
Wrong
threw
leg,
it over
wrong
the
leg.
entire basketball court?
But yeah.
All right, guys.
Like
So, any final words, guys? And I'm gonna close this shit up.
I want to say good night.
Everyone be safe. God bless. One last shout out to Dad for the night remainder.
Yeah, Kev, let's
we all want
close
to say
this
good night
out.
to you, Dad.
Yeah. Good night,
I
Dad.
definitely want to say that. Yeah. Want to say good night, Dad. Want to say
Love
to
you.
everybody who still have the opportunity to hug their fathers, hug them a little tighter for us, give them a longer moment, pause.
No
Yeah,
pause. No necessary pause in that shit, bro. It's serious. Holding on to them tighter. Appreciate them. Like Kevin said, every second you really gotta like cherish, right, bro?
Yeah, bro. I feel that.
100%, bro.
Again, your parents, you only get one set of them. Enjoy them while they're there, and try to do a little more with them. We got a little lost in trying to do our own things and having fun with our friends, but they're there too. They're
there
genuinely
too.
there too.
Yep, and as you get older, the more you get older, the more they're like hesitant to ask you to do things with them. So at some point, you got to take the initiative and make sure to at some point that time spent, that quality time, that responsibility for quality time falls on you. So we just want to say rest in paradise, Father. We love you. We'll miss you. You're forever in our hearts. To everybody who loved and to all my siblings, we pray for you. We're going through one of the most paradigm shifting times of our life. Like, a void has been created, and it can only be filled with unconditional love from all of us, because that's how we're built, that's how we're made, and it's what we do. So with that being said, Hooligans is real. It's been a real hooligan high. I gotta say goodbye to the hooligans. Jay is out.
Guys, stay safe. Enjoy yourselves with your life. Until the next high.
We've been the
This is Kev
hooligans.
signing out.
We definitely high.
Yazerski.
Oh, my bad. I took your outro. My bad.
Motherfucker. Later, guys.
It's not perfect.
Later, hooligans.